And Vind and Maya can't really create anything for it, but Wolfsburg get it back in the middle of the park again. Onto the left-hand side this time for Baku. Has to go back to his centre-half ball now. Onto the left-hand side this time for Malu. Malu to Paredes. And back to Malu. So pass to Arnold. Arnold goes more central this time, looking for Vind. It's intercepted by Goretzka, who goes back to Neuer. Inside the area, and well, Neuer got the ball. Maya goes down, holding onto his ankle. He is back to his feet pretty quickly. This time the pass goes onto the halfway line with Joshua Kimmich. Back to Upamecano. That's very dangerously across to Kim around the halfway line. Vind just not playing as high of a line as maybe Bayern Munich would have expected. Three centre-halves for Wolfsburg, playing a very compact three centre-halves. We've got both Kaminsky and Zasiga set up to come on. On the right hand side, Kimmich gets the ball. Plays this off now for Zaragoza. He goes back to Kim. Onto the left-hand side now for Alphonso Davies. By the touchline, Davies has space to run into. He's got players around him. Brings the pass inside to Tell. Tell under pressure. Twists the ball back onto his left-hand side. Gives it to Alphonso Davies. Still on the edge of the area at the moment. Tackle goes in, but it falls again to Tell. About 5 yards further back. Still on the edge of the area. And Tell now forced to go all the way back to the halfway line with Upamecano. He dribbles the ball quite far forward, and Zaragoza looks for the pass back from Upamecano, who instead wins the tackle because the pass from Zaragoza wasn't quite strong enough. He still gets the ball though, and running his way through is Muller, and it is going to be cleared by Casteels. Both Muller and Arnold went in for the tackle. They weren't quite sure which one was going to get to the ball first. And the clearance from Casteels goes all the way through to Kim. He was closed down by Maya. Managed to pass it inside now to Goretzka. Across to Upamecano at the halfway line. Back to Goretzka again. But passing football between him, Pavlovic, and Upamecano at the moment as Kimmich now joins the fray and gets the ball at the halfway line. That's back to Upamecano. This is up towards the halfway line. He's got space to carry on running. Has to go back eventually. He's been caught up. Gives it to Goretzka. Upamecano's making quite a few runs now into space, into the opposition half. I'm not sure if Thomas Tuchel said at half-time these chances are there, go and get them, as we'll now see the changes by Wolfsburg. And Kaminsky and Zasiga will come on. And they're the two changes. Start things off for Ralph Hasenhüttl. And they're going to be on in place of Patrick Wimmer and Jens. So two very quick changes to be made that will hopefully settle straight into the game for Wolfsburg. They need a bit more urgency in the attack. The phone's been taken. Kimmich goes across to Pavlovic. Goes back towards halfway now with Upamecano, who has to go all the way back to Manuel Neuer. Comes out of his area to get to the ball again. Now with Kim. Across again onto the left hand side. Now it's switched onto the right for Upamecano, who's got plenty of space to run into, and then takes it into the opposition half, gives it to Kimmich, goes back to Upamecano because he's closed down by Vind, goes all the way back to Neuer, and now's the challenge that's being made, and we might see our first yellow card of the afternoon. It was a pass that was being made out towards Alphonso Davies, who had moved more central as Neuer made the pass out. He's gone down under the challenge of Vind. The referee gives a free kick. We'll not see a yellow card just yet. Kimmich gets the ball on the right hand side. Gives the ball back. Tries to make the pass back, but it's gone out of play first. It's going to be a throw in to Bayern Munich now on the right hand side. As Kimmich appeals for the option. The pass has been put out of play, and it's now Wolfsburg throw in about 5 yards further upfield for them towards the halfway line. Taken by Paredes. Keeps his run going down the left hand side. Gives it to Arnold, who's had to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. It's on a race onto the right hand side. He has got his right back in support, manages to give the ball to his right back, pass this time inside. It's played all the way back to Bernabéu. Bernabéu across to Lacroix. To the touchline now with Paredes. He's got an overlapping option, instead opts to put the ball into the box. It's been cleared comfortably by Bayern Munich, but it's now gone on to the right hand side where Baku's in space. His cross has been blocked, it's taken a deflection off him. Can he keep it in play? He's managed to put it out of play for a throw in, but the other option was a goal kick, so he's done his job. Throw-in's taken pretty quickly by Bayern Munich, but they are under a lot of pressure. Davis on that left hand side with a touch to then make his way around. Lovely triangle football from Bayern Munich to get themselves out of danger, and now Muller's joined in the support. He's been brought down pretty quickly. Referee's just stopped things at the halfway line to show a yellow card, and that'll be the first yellow card of the game. Muller's wanting to be allowed to take the free kick quickly, but the referee stopped it to be able to issue a booking. And that's gone to Bernabéu. This one's gone to Lovro Meyer. Just closing him down. I think it was more of stopping Bayern Munich to get a counter-attack. Wolfsburg have started this second half much better than anything they'd played in the first half. They've got a bit more about them when moving into the attacking phase. Trying to keep Bayern Munich alert at the back. They've not really had too much to do so far in this game. There's Upamecano, gets the ball still on the right-hand side. Goes all the way back to Neuer just outside the area. Passes it inside now for Pavlovic. Pavlovic out left for Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies this time for Pavlovic. Quick 1-2 between him and Goretzka. Pavlovic onto the left hand side in space now is Zaragoza. Zaragoza beats his man very easily. Quickly to get back there though and help out with Zasiga. Zaragoza's still in that area. Wolfsburg win the ball back on the edge of their own area, but Alphonso Davies is quick to the ball. Gets it back for Bayern Munich. Now to Tell. Tell's gone in for a 50-50 challenge, and he's won the challenge, but he's also in the process brought down Lacroix, and it's going to be a free kick just outside the area for Wolfsburg, made quickly by Lacroix back to his goalkeeper. Onto the left hand side, that pass has now been made. Across to Zasiga. Zasiga's short pass forced all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's a heavy pass this one though that's been made by Arnold. He's managed to keep it comfortably with him just outside the 6-yard box. Pass onto the left hand side for Paredes. His pass inside for Arnold, who's got space. He's actually got space to move further forward with the ball. Didn't need to rush that pass, but he's managed to do so to find Baku, who's dribbled the ball inside. He's gone down under the challenge. The referee's told him to get up, as now Bayern Munich have a chance on the break. Muller gets the ball, goes all the way back to Alphonso Davies, and Bayern Munich again with possession inside their own half. Upamecano gives this to Kimmich, and back to Upamecano again. Now with Davies. Davies has space to move into, onto the edge of the area, makes his way into the area, looks for that pass into the middle. It's been blocked, but it's still with Zaragoza on the left hand side. Inside the area, effort's gone goalwards, but it's been held well by Casteels. That wasn't too much of a troubling effort for the Wolfsburg goalkeeper. Trying to curl it into the bottom corner. They have a couple of options in the middle, but opted to go for it alone. Casteels now outside the 6-yard box, plays this out short. Pass upfield goes towards Meyer again, won this time in the middle by Tell. Gives it to Muller. Muller's pass forward's been intercepted by Arnold. Onto the left hand side now with Zasiga. Goes back to Kaminski. Now with Arnold again. This pass back to Bornau, just outside the area, onto the left hand side. Now by the touchline, gives the ball to Paredes. Passes the ball out wide. Brought down inside Bayern Munich's half. Switched onto the right hand side in space. Here is Malu. On the edge of the area, puts it onto his left foot, prepares for a potential cross. Has to go back instead. And Bayern Munich are quickly back in numbers. On the right hand side still with Wolfsburg in possession at the moment though. Lacroix's ball over. Brought back into the area, and it's brought out by Manuel Neuer, who's quick and alert to it as the pass was attempted for Kaminski. Upamecano, I think, got his feet all caught up at that point. It's a good ball from Malu. Wolfsburg making their way into Munich's area. Not been too much for Manuel Neuer to do. The majority of his actions has been with the ball at his feet, but of course a lot of people see Manuel Neuer as a goalkeeper that's really changed the role of a goalkeeper, bringing them more into play, using them as an extra option to pass the ball to. It's something that was seen very often in the early noughties. Pass now inside for Goretzka. Onto the right hand side, head away by Paredes. Up goes the header, won this time by Zvonarek. Onto the edge of the area. Zvonarek now makes his way into the area, but the tackle's in, and Wolfsburg can now make the way back out with the ball with Zasiga. Gives it to Kaminski, and then Paredes has to go all the way back to Steels. Onto the right hand side for Lacroix. Inside the area still with Lacroix at the moment. He's closed down by Muller. Goes all the way back to Steels again, just outside the 6-yard box. Onto the left hand side now for Zasiga. He has space to move further up the field, but it looks like he's preparing himself for a pass to go backwards instead, as Arnold gets the ball and gives it straight back to Zasiga again. Goes into the middle for Kaminski this time. Now it's with Bernal. Nice pass onto the left hand side to Paredes. Inside pass at the halfway line, back to Arnold, and now to Bernal again, deep inside his own half, with a high Bayern Munich press. He has to be very careful with the passes that he's making. He switched on to the right hand side, but very heavy pass, nearly went out of play for a throw-in. He has got the ball back inside the area now though, with Bernal. 1-2 with him and Casteels. Now the pass goes along to Zasiga. To Bernal again. Walks the ball outside of the area. Now it's passed to Kaminski. Kaminski by the touchline finds another option. This time he gives the ball to Baku. Baku beats his man, puts it onto his left foot, switches this onto the left hand side for Paredes. They make their way inside Bayern Munich's area. Through ball this time, goes all the way through to Vind, who wants a corner, and he's not going to get one. It's going to be a goal kick to Bayern Munich, and Neuer takes this quickly while there's still frustration from the Wolfsburg player. And I think we might have to see that goal kick taken again. It has actually come off the foot of Upamecano. It's a good call from Vind. It's an incorrect call from the referee, but he's not had too many of those thus far. This time it's been played out short to Upamecano. He goes across to Kim and passes it back across to Upamecano again, up towards the halfway line. To the right hand side for Kimmich, back to Upamecano. And now Kim inside the centre circle. Now is Muller, wide left, back towards the halfway line again. Bayern Munich just holding on to possession, something they did a lot in the first half, didn't create many chances. The chances they did create, they scored from. The Bayern Munich side that's missing a lot of star players. Top goal scorer Harry Kane, of course, in the middle. Also missing Coman, Leroy Sané, all out with injury at the moment. Alphonso Davies gets the ball back in a dangerous position on the left hand side, passes it more central, gives it to Tell, goes down on the edge of the area, wins a free kick in a very dangerous position. He's been bundled to the floor by Bernal, who might see a yellow card as well. Arms were all around him, and I suppose when you've got your arms all around a player and he goes down to ground, the referee's going to have a decision to make. And you can't be putting yourself in that situation where the referee's got that decision to make. So those are the player are a couple of Bayern Munich players. Multiple players, 5 players stood over the ball for Bayern Munich. As Upamecano makes his way into the area. Kimmich is one of those players that stood over it. Moving away from the ball at the moment is Goretzka. I think it's going to be Kimmich that strikes this. The referee's just making sure there's no encroachment. Kimmich gives it up and over, and it's just over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick to Wolfsburg. Nothing to really trouble the goalkeeper as he makes his way back into position. The player laying down behind the wall, as is the formality now, just in case the free kick taker opts to go low and hard with the effort. Kimmich this time sends it up and over. It's out of play for a goal kick. The kick goes upfield. It's gone route one and fouled in the middle of the park this time is Kaminski. Wins a free kick just inside his own half. Quickly taken. Ball forward by Arnold. Neuer comes out to claim it. Gets it on his chest. Has to hit it the second time, and he has with his boot. It's not going out of play though. It's just gone up in the air. It's brought down very well this time by Wind. He's surrounded by Bayern Munich players to stop the shot. Neuer's got back in goal. Paredes gets the ball, gives it just to the edge of the area for Kaminski. Kaminski's effort looks like it's taken a deflection. He wants a corner, and I think it's going to be a goal kick this time. And it's going to be a goal kick to Bayern Munich. Of course, have limited substitutes this time around due to the high number of injuries they have. Neuer gets the goal kick. Sorted past to him by Kim. Pass inside to Pavlovic. Goes back to Kim. Now to Neuer inside the 6-yard box. He's under pressure. Sends the ball out. He's gone down under a challenge late from Wind and wins a free kick inside the 6-yard box. Frustration from Wolfsburg. I think Neuer just, if he's going to hold on to the ball and then clear it late, you've got to treat the goalkeeper in those circumstances the same as you would an outfield player, and I don't think the referee has done on this occasion. There's a lot of protection surrounding goalkeepers when crosses come into the box, but if they're going to treat themselves as an outfield player, I think you've got to do the same when it comes to tackles and challenges that could result to potential fouls. The referee this time has protected Neuer and given a free kick. Passes it out short now to Pavlovic. Pavlovic across to Alphonso Davies. Ball down the line, goes in search of Zaragoza, but it's been blocked. It falls to Alphonso Davies. Now to Kim. Across to Kimmich on the right hand side. Kimmich pass inside to Goretzka. And back to Kimmich again now to Upamecano. Goes back to his goalkeeper, and Neuer passes this out quickly to Kim. On the left hand side. Kim passes it to Alphonso Davies. Inside to Pavlovic. At the halfway line. Switches this over to Kimmich. Now to Pavlovic again. Now to Upamecano. Upamecano quick pass with Goretzka, gets the ball back almost immediately. Now over to Kimmich on the right hand side. Just in front of the dugouts. Back to Upamecano inside his own half. Outside the centre circle, the pass is made to Goretzka. Now to Alphonso Davies, just inside Wolfsburg's half. Tries to beat multiple players. Continues advancing with the ball after beating two. Pass across towards the back post has been put out of play for a corner by Kaminski. It was on its way across to Zvonarek, who's already got himself on the score sheet today. It's been intercepted out of the way. Was going goalwards. More goalwards than the pass was intended to. It's going to be another corner to Bayern Munich, their fourth of the evening. This result just reminding you do put Bayern Munich up into second place in the Bundesliga. Kimmich is going to be the one that takes this in-swinging corner from the left-hand side. There are options in the middle. Upamecano makes his way forward. Kim makes his way forward. Goes in towards the back post. There's multiple Bayern Munich players there. Sent back across the face of goal. It's been ping-ponging about the 6-yard box, but it's eventually been cleared only onto the left-hand side. It's been headed away by Kimmich. Put into the box by Kim. Cleared eventually by Arnold. Going to go all the way through to Neuer at the halfway line, who's inside Wolfsburg's half. Puts a cross over to the opposite side. It's intercepted, but he's miles out of his goal, and Wolfsburg can't do anything with it as Bayern Munich win the ball back. Onto the left-hand side now with Kimmich. Kimmich tries to beat his man. Gives it to Zaragoza. Zaragoza does beat his man. Takes it into the area. The challenge comes in, and it's been given as a goal kick this time to Wolfsburg. It's a wonderful tackle from Lacroix, closing down Zaragoza. Again, Zaragoza has that burst of pace where he can get away from the fullback. It didn't take long for Lacroix to get back to him. And the goal kick that has been given to Wolfsburg is going to be taken this time by Bernau. Goes back to his goalkeeper, Castile, inside the 6-yard box. Castile's ball upfield, this time towards Wind, headed away by Upamecano. In the direction of Muller, headed down this time by Arnold. It's a bit too heavy of a header, and it means the Seeger has to slide in to get rid of the ball. It's gone to Kaminski, and Arnold gets the ball from him. Pass further upfield to Wind, now back to Arnold again. Arnold goes back to Lacroix. Out onto the right-hand side for Baku. Baku's got space to move into the opposition half. Quick 1-2 pass here. Finds in space Kaminski. Kaminski's ball across the face of goal. Great build-up play, but it's gone through to Manuel Neuer. He'll be more than happy to just hold on to possession for a couple of moments before getting rid of it. Rolls it out now to Kim. He can slowly walk this out of the area. Passes it across to Alphonso Davies. Now onto the right hand side for Upamecano. Has Kimmich alongside him. Very close proximity though, and instead bypasses that as he gets the ball across to Zvonarek instead. Goes back to Kimmich again. Pass inside. That's Pavlovic. At the halfway line inside the centre circle. Chips this over to Alphonso Davies, but it has been headed away, and a chance now for a break here for Wolfsburg. Pass to Wind on the edge of the area. He's got another option over, gives it to Kaminski, puts it onto his right foot. Kaminski's effort's blocked. Still on the edge of the area though with Kaminski. He's closed down quickly, and the challenge comes in from Goretzka, but Kaminski comes away with the ball. Goes back to his centre half just inside the area of Bernau. Gives it across to Lacroix. Back to Bernau again. Now to Zasiga. Out to Paredes on the left hand side. Paredes back to Zasiga again. Zasiga ventures deep into Bayern Munich's half, but the quick football has given the ball away. Now there's a chance to break with Tell, making his way into Wolfsburg's half. He has support to his left in Zaragoza. He's closed down quickly by Bernau. Keeps on going with the ball. Eventually comes down to the floor, and Bernau comes away with the ball. He wants a free kick. The referee says no. And now there's a chance for Wolfsburg perhaps on the break to make the way forward. Kaminski gets the ball, turns on it, takes it up towards the halfway line. He's not got too many options in the opposition half. He's forced to go all the way back to Lacroix. But Wolfsburg have possession back as we enter in towards the final 20 minutes of the game. Really need a bit more from Wolfsburg if they're to get anything out of this game. Considering they were 2-0 down in the opening 10 minutes, they did concede a third that they was given as offside just 9 minutes later. They haven't really created anything for it. They've managed to steady the ship down as Kimmich gets the throw inside his own half. Now equal with the goalkeeper's area, throws it back to Upamecano. Goes all the way back to Neuer. Gets the ball under touch inside the 6-yard box. Out to Kim on the left hand side. Neuer is still an option, but Kim fakes away and goes forward with the ball. Passes it now to Zaragoza, who's got space into the opposition half. Zaragoza plays the ball through to Tell. Inside the area, Tell's effort goes goalwards, and it's just wide, and it's going to be a goal kick. Couldn't quite direct it on target, and I think if he'd managed to get it any closer on target, might have been blocked out by Bernau. Let's get the ball around the centre half. It's going to be a goal kick now for Castiles to take. And we are going to see a change for Bayern Munich. And I think we're going to see Daniel Peretz come onto the field. Now, for those that might be familiar, Daniel Peretz is a goalkeeper, which means for the final 20 minutes of the final home game of the season for Bayern Munich, we're going to see Manuel Neuer out of goal and Peretz onto the field. Now Paredes gets the ball inside Bayern Munich's half. Chip ball forward, chase down the line. Wind gets there first, brings the ball back to the edge of the area. However, it's now played back through the middle to Neuer, who has to clear this first time. Gives it to Alphonso Davies. Does well to bring the ball down. Beats his man. Continues down the left-hand side. Challenge goes in. Going for Bayern Munich on the left-hand side. Alphonso Davies takes this quickly. Beating his man well on that left-hand side. It just touch was a bit too heavy. I think we'll be told that Bayern Munich have to take the throw-in again, as Davies had gained a few yards before taking the throw-in, which I think he most certainly had. He's been told he's got to go back to take it this time. Throws it back to Kim. Upamecano. Now back to Kim again, taking it his time and the ball up towards the halfway line. That's to Tell, who's come short for support. Out onto the left-hand side for Zaragoza. Back again to Tell. Goes past this time to young Pavlovic. Just Upamecano and now Kimmich. Back to Upamecano. It gives the ball away, and a chance now for Wolfsburg as it gets to Vind, who goes down just outside the area. Nothing's been given. He wants a free kick, and Kim just puts the ball out of play for a throw-in. He's then gone down holding on to his ankles. I think we're going to see multiple changes at the moment for Bayern Munich, and I think now one of those is going to have to be Kim. Well, Manuel Neuer is going to leave the field. That is one change that we did say we expected. And he is going to be replaced by Daniel Peretz. Who comes on in goal. I think Kim, as he got himself ahead of Vind. Yeah, I think Vind's just landed awkwardly on Kim's ankle. He's put the ball out of play for a throw-in. We're still waiting for Manuel Neuer to leave the game. Just handing over the captain's armband as he goes off the field for the final home game of the 23-24 season for Bayern Munich. So a round of applause for the Bayern Munich supporters. And that's change number one that's been made. The next one, Konrad Lehmer comes onto the field. There's three changes altogether, and that's Goretzka that's going off in his place. And the last one is Perez Vinloff coming on for Zaragoza, who has been instrumental down that left-hand side alongside Alphonso Davies. Really caused a lot of problems for Wolfsburg. And Matteo Perez Vinloff will come on in his place. So three changes made for Bayern Munich. It seemed like a side that are struggling with injuries, with three changes made all at once. And I think we might even see a fourth now. I think we're going to see Thijs de Ligt coming onto the field as well. And this one is the forced one. I said that it might be a case of Kim Min-jae needs to leave the game, and after being his ankle fallen on somewhat awkwardly, he's going to come off, and Matthias de Ligt is going to come on in his place. So four changes: de Ligt, Lehmer, Peretz and Perez Vinloff on for Neuer, Kim Min-jae, Goretzka and Zaragoza. And the throw-in is taken. And it's taken all the way back very quickly to de Ligt. He goes back to his goalkeeper, Peretz. His ball upfield goes towards Tell again. Now with Davis. Davis's pass. A weak one, and it's been intercepted by Paredes. Goes back onto the right-hand side. Now though with Malu. Malu's pass forward is intercepted by Upamecano, but it's taken a deflection off a Wolfsburg player. He's gone down under a challenge and wins a free kick. The ball this time all the way over, goes into the arms of Peretz, who rolls this out just in front of him to Pavlovic. Pavlovic passes it across to de Ligt again. Now to Upamecano. Goes all the way back to Peretz again, inside the area. Now to de Ligt. Waiting for a high press from Wolfsburg. They've started pressing much higher than they did the first half, as the long ball over the top's closed down by Muller. Makes his way through. Can he get a final touch? He can't. The goalkeeper gets there just before Muller can poke the ball past him. And Castells dives on the ball on the second attempt. I think he would have been offside. Yeah, clearly offside at the time of the ball being passed, and I think VAR would have ruled that one out had he scored it anyway. He couldn't capitalise on the long ball over the top. And Wolfsburg just bypassing the midfield at the moment to try and pass the ball forward, to try and create something, put Bayern Munich under some kind of pressure, as Alphonso Davies gets the ball now. Goes across to de Ligt, and now Kimmich, all the way back to the goalkeeper. Peretz comes out of goal to get it, gives it back to de Ligt again. And then back to Peretz inside his area. Gets his ball upfield towards Tell. Allowed to bounce. Watched all the way through though by Zasiga, who gets it back on the edge of his own area. Now Paredes back to Zasiga, who's closed down by Tell, goes more central to Bernal. Just outside the area at the moment, very much messing about with the ball of Wolfsburg. It gifted an opportunity by Bayern for their second goal, in fact, earlier on. As the challenge is put in by Perez Vinloff and he wins the ball back. This is it to Pavlovic, across to Upamecano inside the centre circle. Now Pavlovic again. Space to move into. Left gives the ball off to Perez Vinloff. Now to Delict again. Delict with a quick 1-2 with Pavlovic. Has to go back to Peretz this time. Outside his area. Peretz gives it to Delict. Wolfsburg just easing off that high press now. They started to do it at the beginning of the second half, and then they've just seemed to have eased off slightly as Peretz is forced to clear the ball upfield, and it's going to be closed down this time, and nearly back to his goalkeeper, and who's been wiped out, and I think we're going to see a free kick and potentially a yellow card. Tell has gone head first and taken out the knee of Casteels. He managed to beat Zasiga, who off the thigh put the ball back to his goalkeeper and had to clear the ball with his boot because he couldn't use his hands. As he did so, going down head first was Tell into the shin and knee area of Casteels. He's brought him to the ground. No yellow card given, and I think that's the right decision. It seemed like he was off balance after coming together. And now we'll see two more changes to be made for Wolfsburg. And it is Paredes will leave the game. And here's one of two changes that is being made. The other is the departure of Baku. Baku. No danger of a relegation fight for Wolfsburg, so there's no reason to show too much concern of any changes they're making. And Thiago Thomas will come on. And he will be joined on the field by Vaclav Kearney. Two more changes made for Wolfsburg. And Delict gets the ball on the left hand side. The difference really, I think Bayern Munich have held on to the ball much better and been much more in control of the game, but I think the position and the setup that this Bayern Munich side have gone in with is much stronger than that of Wolfsburg as well. I mentioned that there was three centre-halves all compact in the middle that couldn't seem to apply any width. It was supposed to be three centre-halves with Baku and Malu making their way forward as supporting options for the attackers, but they've been forced back and pinned back defensively due to how compact the three centre-halves have been playing. Bayern Munich have got midfielders moving in almost as if they are extra centre-back options, and it's opened up the game a bit more with the width for them, allowing Upamecano and Kim throughout the majority of the game, and now Delict, who's replaced him, just as these wide options are short options for the goalkeeper. Now Peretz was Neuer, and in midfield it's just been a battle that's been dominated by Bayern Munich as Neuer, as Muller on the edge of the area gets the ball, tries a through ball but it's intercepted now with Arnold. Pass goes behind Kaminski. It's run back by Kimmich. Cross goes in, headed away this time by Bernal. It's with Alphonso Davies. Goes back to Perez Vinloff. Vinloff still inside Wolfsburg's half. Goes back to his left back, Delict. Delict's through ball, takes the touch off of Tell. Brings the ball down nonetheless though. Gives it back this time onto the left hand side for Davis. It's been intercepted and won back only momentarily as Delict's on hand to win it back for Bayern Munich again, but for a moment it was won by Kearney. It's now with Upamecano onto the right hand side for Kimmich. Back to Upamecano again. Central to Delict. Across to Perez Vinloff. Now Lehmann. Perez Vinloff again. To Delict, inside the centre circle, inside his own half. Looks for that pass out onto the right hand side for Kimmich. Pass it straight back to Upamecano with his head. Now for Lehmann. Lehmann switches this onto the left-hand side. Brought down quite nicely in space. Puts it onto his right foot. Cross goes in towards the back post. It's been headed away only as far as the edge of the area. The challenge comes in. The referee's allowed play to continue. It looked like he was about to blow his whistle. He put the whistle to his mouth and told Wolfsburg to continue with the ball. This time the pass has been made inside by Thomas. Makes his way out with the ball. Space now as the pass has found Kaminski. Kaminski looks out right. He does have support wide right. Instead goes through the middle this time for Lacroix. Lacroix's pass into the box. It's an effort that's gone goalwards, but it's just gone wide. And it's been dragged wide by Meyer. It's going to be a goal kick now to Bayern Munich. It's a sign that Wolfsburg aren't done just yet. Goes into the area and it was dragged just across the face of goal a bit too much. And while Peretz did dive for the ball, he wasn't getting to it. Peretz's goal kick goes upfield in search of Tell, but it's intercepted by Bunau. Now gives it to Kaminski. Out onto the right hand side, he finds Kearney. Our support options overlapping for him, tries to do it all himself, but Alphonso Davies is back to help out. He manages to unleash on the left hand side Perez Vinloff. Takes it up towards halfway. Into the opposition half now. Perez Vinloff continues his run and his pass on the end of it is very, very weak. And it gives Wolfsburg position back inside their own half. Now moving out with the ball is Arnold. Arnold gets the ball to Vind. Now to Kaminski. Inside Bayern Munich's half. Out onto the right hand side for Malou. Back central again. Now to Thomas. Inside Bayern Munich's half still. By the touchline, Malou gets the ball. Really creating anything to note of, with Vind chipping the ball forward, and it's taken a deflection off the clearance and it's gone into the hands of Peretz. He's all this out to Kimmich on the right hand side. Holds play up, passes it short to Pavlovic. Moves out onto the left hand side and gives the ball to Perez Vinloff. Gets it back inside his own half, again across to Upamecano, inside the centre circle, out right now for Kimmich. It's gone past him and it's gone to Lehmer. Lehmer looks down the line to find the run being made by Tell. The tackle goes in, wins the ball off Tell, but the pass again's too heavy, and on the left hand side under pressure is Zasiga. There's no option but to lose out on a challenge with Kimmich. Wins a throw in just in front of the dugout on the left hand side. And now we'll see the introduction of Zenan Pecinovic coming into the game, and he'll be replacing Jonas Wind, the top goal scorer for Wolfsburg. And that will be the last change that can be made by Ralf Hasenhüttl. And the changes that have been made by Thomas Tuchel has opened the door a little bit for Wolfsburg. They've not been quite defensively solid. They've still not conceded, of course, but not been quite as defensive solid as they were throughout the game prior to those changes being made. And it's opening the door for Wolfsburg chances. They've had more chances, in fact, since those array of changes were made than they had for the remainder of the game, as Lehmer gets the ball inside the centre circle, passes it forward to Tell, gets the ball back off of him, continues his press forward, and he's lost out the challenge this time for Bunau. Now passes it back to Arnold. It's forced back to Lacroix, onto the right hand side for Mali. Well, his pass this time goes to Alphonso Davies, and Bayern Munich have a chance themselves, but Lacroix is on hand again to win it back for Wolfsburg. Pass inside finds Arnold. Arnold's got space to move into. Passes the ball instead into the opposition half with Kearney. Kearney's making his way more central. Plays it onto the left hand side for Kaminski. Kaminski takes it into the area. A chance here for Wolfsburg. Onto the edge of the area. The touch is too heavy, but he managed to dribble it into the area, but it gets away from him. It goes all the way through. It's collected by Peretz. Thrown out onto the left hand side. This time his pass goes back to De Ligt on the edge of the area. De Ligt plays it across the face of goal to Upamecano. Upamecano across to Kimmich now. Then back central to Upamecano, across to De Ligt again. De Ligt gets the ball. Goes back to Upamecano. De Ligt gets the ball back from him again onto the left-hand side. Now in space is Pavlovic. Into the final 5 minutes of regular time. Pavlovic across to Upamecano. He's passed inside to Muller. It's a weak pass to Pavlovic, but it gets there. He gets the ball back inside the opposition half, and he's forced to go all the way back to Peretz again. This time gives the ball out to De Ligt. Across to Upamecano. Out wide by the touchline. Finds Kimmich. Pass inside. Finds Lehner. Goes back to De Ligt again. Now for Pavlovic. Bayern Munich just holding on to possession. The 2-goal difference, the cushion, is enough for them. They've got the goal that they need to get the 3 points. They've got the insurance that if there's an error that Wolfsburg could capitalise on, they still have the 3 points. They have the goal difference better anyway, over third place. With Hoffenheim left to play and their 1 game left of the season. It's quite the same can be said for Wolfsburg. Still with 1 game left for themselves. Played next Saturday. Now on the edge of the area, Kearney gets the ball. That's the ball inside, and Thomas tries to find the overlapping run, but it's too heavy of a pass, too high of a pass, and it's gone out of play for a goal kick that Peretz is going to take. Peretz passes it out to Kimmich. Kimmich's long ball forward is going to be chased down this time by Tell, but getting his foot to the ball first is Zasiga. It's gone back to Lacroix. Lacroix now gives the ball to Arnold inside the centre circle. Arnold gives it over to Kaminski. He's allowed that to run all the way through to Thomas again. That's back central to Arnold. All the way through onto the edge of the area. There was a chance that seems to have fallen, but it seems to have gone begging. And a cross goes in towards the back post now. It's headed away by Upamecano. From nothing, Wolfsburg created something. There's a player down for Bayern Munich in the middle. As the cross goes in towards the back post, it's too high. It's out of play for a goal kick. And we'll just have a moment's pause before the goal kick is taken. You can see what happened as the cross came in. Upamecano does get the header away, but Upamecano's also caught Kimmich in the face. There's definitely not a free kick in it. It's the player that's done the damage. And now we'll see Bayern Munich's final change to be made. It's going to be the goal scorer of the first goal, Lovro Vonarek, that is going off. And he is going to be replaced by Jonathan Asp, who's just received his final instructions from his manager Thomas Tuchel. 18-year-old midfielder, 2 appearances, 2 goals for Bayern's second team. 1 appearance and 1 goal this season for their under-19s. 4 goals in 4 games in reserve and youth level. Felt he deserved a call up to the starting lineup. He's going to start out on the right hand side for the final minute of the game against Wolfsburg. And whatever added time is given. We have now played the 90 minutes as the cross goes in, and it's played out of play by Asp. So a throw in on the left hand side for Wolfsburg. And across to take it is Kaminski. Throws this onto the edge of the area. Pass goes back to Kaminski on the left hand side. Quick football between Kaminski and Thomas. Kaminski's cross goes in, cleared by Upamecano. And as far as the halfway line. Quick to get there this time is Kearney. Then cross onto the left hand side with Zasiga. And Kearney again. Forced into his own half with the ball. Might have to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, and does. Just on the edge of the area. They switched out onto the right hand side from Casteels. Manages to beat his man. Is there one last chance in it for Wolfsburg to lower the deficit? It would be nothing more than a consolation goal at this point, but Upamecano's gone down under the challenge and wins a free kick just inside his own half. So the challenge that he's gone into with Pacinovic. Quite a good game out of Upamecano. We are on 3 minutes of added time. We've played 1 of those. This stadium will get its uses. One of the stadiums used in the upcoming European competitions. to start in the middle of June. McCartney, pass inside for Perez Vinloff. Goes all the way back to Perez. Now for De Ligt. By the touchline on the left hand side. This was made to Davis. Now back to De Ligt again. All the way back to his goalkeeper inside the 6-yard box. His first touch is a clearance. And it's still with Kaminsky at the moment, but the challenge goes back in from De Ligt, who wins it back for Bayern Munich. Still with possession on the left hand side. Davis tries to beat his man, and a free kick is given in favour of Bayern Munich by the touchline. I think that might be where we're likely to see the last chance go begging for Wolfsburg. De Ligt passes this inside for Pavlovic. His pass forward finds Muller. Through ball's going to be chased down on the left hand side. It's put out of play by Lacroix. Can he just keep this in play first though? He can't. It's gone out of play, but he was closed down by Lehmer. And Lehmer will take the throw in on that left hand side. The yellow card has now been given to Lacroix for holding on to a different ball when Lehmer chose to take the throw in. It's a very weak yellow card to receive. He was trying to give the ball back, but a different ball was in the hands of the substitute for Bayern Munich. It's a very different outcome. And there goes the full-time whistle. It's been a job well done for Bayern Munich, who shut up shop early to stop any chances of Wolfsburg getting any sort of clear-cut opportunities. It allowed Thomas Tuchel to experiment with his side just in preparation for if he is here next season. Ultimately, it's 3 points in the right direction for Bayern Munich, who now just remain 1 point away from solidifying second place in the Bundesliga. The penultimate weekend of the Bundesliga season is over. It is finished.